Hi, Barbara Lardonay here from Hannah's Cupboard. Today I'd like to start a small series called End Time Signs. The question always comes up, are we in the end times? And actually, we are in the end times. We've been in the end times ever since Christ ascended back up into heaven after the resurrection. The real question is, how close are we to his second coming? And that's what I'm more going to focus on, although we usually just call it the end times. The first thing I want to say is that there's a little bit of we might feel there's a little bit of a paradox in Scripture because we are told that we won't know the time of his coming, and yet we're told to watch for the signs. So Jesus tells us that he expects us to understand, even though he says, but of that day and hour, no one knows, not even the angels of heaven, nor the Son, nor the Father alone. So anyone that says that they know the date, they don't know the date. But then he turns right around and follows it up with the parable of the 10 virgins. And in that, he expects those virgins to understand the times because when he says, and later the other virgins also came saying, Lord, Lord, open up for us, because they were the ones that didn't have the oil. But he answered and said to them, truly I say to you, I do not know you. Be on the alert then, for you do not know the day or the hour. So he wants us simply to be prepared all the time. And there are things that we can look at that are going on in the world today which can help us to understand our times so that we can be ready whichever day it comes. This is not going to be an exhaustive study, and it is not an area that I am an expert in. But over the years, there have been certain things that have been very important to me that have indicated signs, and I just want to share some of that with you. The first one is from going back to Daniel. This one has probably been the most important to me years ago when I started noticing the direction that some things were going in. In the end of the book of Daniel, he has seen a bunch of visions, and they're regarding the end times. And it says in 12:4, but as for you, Daniel, conceal these words and seal up the book until the end of time. Many will go back and forth, and knowledge will increase. That really strikes me. It strikes me that we are now in that time. We can actually say that knowledge has increased to a great degree. So I kind of felt intuitively on my own that this was the case, but I went and looked it up. How fast is knowledge increasing? And the one thing that I found, and this was at the end of 2013, it said that until 1900, human knowledge was doubling approximately every 100 years. At the end of World War II, knowledge was doubling approximately every 25 years. As of 2013, knowledge was doubling every 13 months, and it was on the road to doubling every 12 hours. So we are now in 2018, and I'm sure that we're probably there. This is a sign that I think we should kind of mull over and realize that our alertness needs to increase. We need to be aware of our times. And I'm going to, the next time, that's all for this one, but the next time I'm going to talk about the nature disruptions, and I'm going to talk about a couple of other things about lawlessness increasing. And again, this won't be exhaustive, but just a few thoughts of my own to get you thinking about where you are at with this and to make sure that you feel prepared if it's today, if it's tonight, if it's tomorrow. I will see you next time. Thanks for listening.